John, who do we have visiting us?
It's hard for me to say because he doesn't have his uniform number on. It is number 25, Barry Bonds. Barry, welcome.
Hey, thanks, John. Good to see you. You too, Mike. How you been?
Good to see you. You look good. Look like he's going to play right now.
Look sorry to see me.
How's your back? You've had surgery recently.
Yeah, I had back surgery, and then I had surgery on my quad. I tore my tendon on my quad running, and I got into cycling and running and swimming and trying this triathlon stuff, and my body gave out a little bit, but I'll heal it. But I love it. I love being out here. Look at this. Look at this stadium.
It's a pretty special place. Do you miss it?
Oh, I love it here.
The Giants have some speed on this ball club, which you can appreciate. People remember you for the home runs, but you were also very fast, a base stealer, guy who covered great amounts of ground in the outfield. And guys like Blanco, Pagan, Melky Cabrera, newcomers who are patrolling the outfield. What are your observations on these three guys?
I just think they need to be around each other a little more. You know, they're all young players. They just need to develop together. They kind of remind me with Bobby Bonilla back in the day when we were all trying to figure out who we are. And they got some really good young talent players, and they just need to develop a little bit. I can see a little bit of little things that they do are trying too hard to do, and then, you know, stay within themselves and allow themselves to develop. You know, you got some good offensive players over there, Buster Posey and Cabrera. Man.
How long does it take to develop that rhythm with each other in the lineup?
You know, I'm feeding off of Buster Posey a lot because he's the one that I think has like the best swing and one of the most talented hitters I've seen right now in the Giants organization. You know, Cabrera's very talented too, but Buster Posey he's just a very special young hitter and catcher. And so, you know, this is the time when you have an injury and you come back to really see what he's made up, and then and also working with some of the young hitters as well as himself, and then see how he develops as well. That was Mike's split-fingered pitch that I hit out of the ballpark.
I am in your book. You know, it used to bother me, but as your career started to unfold and your greatness started to be renowned, I did not mind being in the book.
I haven't heard that story that often from Mike about you taking him deep.
Yeah, maybe but pitchers don't like to. They only like to talk about the part they got you out.
Well, I'm not asking him about it. He doesn't have to talk about it. The cat has wanted to.
Mike never really got. I don't even think Mike ever struck me out.
3 times, pal.
Did you?
Yeah.
God, see how I remembered that one?
3 for 11.
I did that. I set him up in that perfect.
And you did take me deep.
I set him up in perfect. So Mike's gotten me out 3 times in his career, and I've gotten him once. So he's really winning.
I got you out 8 times. You got 3 hits.
His other players got me out. He did nothing. He threw it, I hit it. Somebody else ran it, caught it. Mike had nothing to do with that. This isn't Satchel Paige or something that took all the players off the field and struck me out.
I want to focus on that home run, though. I want to focus on the home run he hit against him.
I could tell you
that, right? It was in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. As he said often, the ball just flew there. So you still remember that. So it sounded like you appreciated that Rick Rhoden sort of drove you to be better.
Don Robinson, Rick Rhoden. We had some really good veteran players on my team when I came up, and it was really, really good to have that. And I think that that has to stay in the game of baseball, because there's a lot that the younger players can learn from. And I was one of them that had the opportunity. And plus, I had great coaches and managers throughout my whole career. You know, don't forget, I went from Jim Levin to Dusty Baker to Alou to, you know, on and on. So it's fantastic. I was one of the lucky ones to have that opportunity. And, you know, no one really groomed me better than Bill Verdon did as far as being a really good outfielder. And I owe a lot to Bill Verdon.
Well, he was a great outfielder.
He's a better coach.
2-1 the count to Kubel, and he fouls one away. 2 down here in the 6th. Barry Bonds is with us. And you mentioned a changeup, and Rick Rhoden made the comment to you about the changeup. Now, we have some young guys on the ball club right now who are very susceptible to that changeup. I mean, how do you detect the changeup? How do you know if it's a changeup when it's on the way?
Well, everybody's, you know, like I say, Greg Maddux was probably one of the best pitchers I ever seen in the game, because he can analyze a weakness of a hitter. It's just understanding the weakness of a pitcher and understanding when it's going to count. Everything is mathematic in this game. And if you know the math to it, you'll figure it out really easy.
Barry Bonds. Barry, always a pleasure.
Thank you.